What does it cost to start a family in America today? In 1960, the average cost to raise a child from birth to age 18 was about $25,000. If you adjust that for inflation, it comes out to roughly $200,000 in today's money. A huge amount, but for many, it was a manageable part of the American dream. But that's not what families are paying now. Not even close. According to the latest data from the Brookings Institution, the real cost to raise a child born today is over $310,000. That's not a home. That's not a college education. That is just the cost of raising one child. This number isn't just a statistic. It's a wall. It's a barrier so high that it is fundamentally changing the shape of the American family. This is the story of the math that doesn't add up and how having a child became a luxury good. So where does a number like $310,000 even come from? It feels impossible. When you break it down, you realize it's not the small things, the diapers, the clothes, the toys, that break the bank. It's three hidden giants. Three core pillars of modern American life that have become so expensive, they are crushing the financial foundation of the family. The first and biggest giant is housing. It's simple math. A child needs a room. For millions of renters, that means going from a one-bedroom apartment to a two-bedroom. A price increase that could be hundreds, even $1,000 a month. For homeowners, it means needing a bigger house. But it's more insidious than that. It's not just about square footage. It's about the invisible tax that comes with a child, the good school district tax. Data from the National Bureau of Economic Research shows that homes in high-scoring public school districts cost, on average, $20,000 more than identical homes in lower-scoring districts just a few blocks away. Parents are forced to buy the most expensive house they can possibly afford, not for the house itself, but for the public school that comes with it. This single decision can lock a family into decades of a crippling mortgage. The second giant is childcare. This is the one that ambushes new parents. Think of it as America's most expensive subscription service, and you need it just to be able to go to work. According to Childcare Aware of America, the average annual cost of center-based infant care is now over $10,000. Let me put that in perspective. In 33 states, more than half the country, 1 year of infant care now costs more than 1 year of in-state public college tuition. Parents are forced into an impossible choice. One parent, usually the mother, can quit their job to stay home, sacrificing their income, career progression, and future retirement savings. Or the family can work, but hand over an entire second salary, sometimes more, just for the privilege of being able to do their job. It's a financial trap with no easy way out. The third giant is the one we fear the most, healthcare. Even with good insurance, the costs are staggering. A 2022 study showed that the average out-of-pocket cost for a delivery in a U.S. hospital is nearly $3,000, and that's with insurance. That's just for the birth. From there, it's a constant stream of costs. Higher monthly insurance premiums for a family plan, co-pays for endless pediatrician visits, the terrifying cost of an emergency room trip for a late-night fever, the background hum of financial anxiety never turns off. So you have the house you can barely afford, the childcare that costs as much as a second mortgage, and the healthcare bills that feel like a ticking time bomb. When you put it all together, that $310,000 number starts to look very, very real. So what is the result of this immense financial pressure? What happens when society makes the most fundamental human act, raising a family, a financial impossibility for the average person? They react rationally. They opt out. The U.S. Census Bureau has been tracking our nation's birth rate for over a century. For decades, it was stable, but in the last 15 years, it has fallen off a cliff. The U.S. birth rate is now the lowest it has ever been in recorded history. This isn't a moral failing. It's not that young people have stopped valuing family. It's an economic statement. It's a generation of people looking at the numbers, looking at the impossible math of housing, childcare, and healthcare, and making the only logical decision they can. They are choosing financial survival over starting a family. Because in the America of today, for millions of people, they are no longer allowed to have both. We have created a society where the price of admission to parenthood is financial hardship, where the reward for bringing the next generation into the world is a lifetime of debt and anxiety. The data is clear. We haven't stopped valuing children. We've just been priced out of raising them.